Okay, so as of right now, I am recording this on my phone, and so I'm really sorry if the sound is bad, if the viewing is bad. I am just doing the best I can right now, and I'm going to try to figure everything out for the next time so that it's better. I was in charge of doing problem 6, 9A, and so it was pretty easy problem. It wasn't too difficult, too crazy stuff. At one point I did go to this place right here. It says link to text. I don't know if y'all know about it, but pretty much what it does is it sends you straight to the exact place in the book that it explains this problem and everything you need to know about it. And so I really like that. Y'all may already know about it being 6 weeks into the semester, but that's where I went to use it. So the first thing that it's asking for is the average cost for each unit. And so what I did was I went ahead into Excel and set up this chart right here. And so it's kind of like the chart that's in the book. I think I did a little bit different, maybe not. But so you just pretty much just input all the information. And so on the 1st of January, we went ahead and bought 16 units for $138 each. And so obviously the average is going to be 138. So you really don't have to do anything for that, because the average equation is when you find the total cost and then you divide that by the total number of units you have. And so for these first two, it's going to be really simple, and it's just going to be 138. Because then on July 6th, we just sell. We don't buy anything for any kind of different other price. So then we have 5 units left after we sell those 11. And those are going to be at $138. And so then on July 11th is when it kind of starts changing up a little bit. We buy 7 units for $147 a piece. And so obviously you can see that that's a different price than the 138. And so then what we do, or what I did, was I go right here to the cost and I put in the formula of 7 times 147 to find out that total cost, and then just added that to the 690 that we had left over. And that gives me the total cost of $17.19. I then go to the average right here and take that and divide it by 12, because we had 5 and we added 7 to that, and so there's 12 units and the total is $17.19. So we just do that simple division, and that gives us the $143.25. That would be the average cost per unit. And so then once again in July, on July 14th, when we just sell stuff, nothing changes. It's going to be the same average, because it just stays the same whenever you're doing averages and you just sell. But then once again on July 21st, we buy some more. And, okay, sorry guys. We go ahead and we buy 9 products at $158. And so once again, you just go here to the cost and do 9 times 158, and then add that to the remaining cost, that is the 1716 or 716, and you get the 2138.25. And then you go here to the average and you divide that by 14, since you have 5 left, and then you buy 9, you'd have 14 units total. And so you get the 152.73. And then since on the very last date we're just selling, then that average is going to stay the same. But I went ahead and finished out everything just to finish out the table and found the cost of what we had left. So the ending inventory pretty much for that time. And so then you just go in and you just input all of those. And as you can see, whenever we sell and we don't buy anything, the price will stay the same. And so then you go on to the next part, and this is where it's asking you to find the ending inventory for every type of system. And so since we already have the ending inventory for the moving average, I went ahead and did the first in, first out inventory. And so once again, I went to the book and kind of just copied their table that they had there. And so you have the dates over here, and then your purchases, your cost of goods sold, and then the balance at the end. And so on the first, it's the same. You bought 16 for 138, which gives you the ending balance right there. And then on the 6th, it's we sell 11 goods. And so then we don't really have much choice. Like, we have to take it from the 16 because that's the only one we have. And so we sell 11 of those at the 138, so we have 5 left of the 138 price, and that makes the 690 the ending balance. And then we go ahead and buy 7 at the 147, and then as you can see in parentheses, I have like the total cost, which that's not really a big deal in the purchases or costs of goods, but you do have to have it eventually to find the balance and everything, so I like to have it there. And so then I just added that 1029 to the 690 to get the 1719. And then on the 14th of July is kind of when it gets tricky because we're selling 7 goods, but we have to remember the first in, first out rule. And so we have to finish selling up this $138 cost units first. And so since we have 5 of those left, we sell all 5 of those, and then we have to sell 2 more at the 147 to reach the 7 units that we sell. And so that tells you how much that total cost is. And then since you only sold 2, you're gonna have 5 left at that price. And so then your ending balance would be that $735 because you have 5 at the 147. And then the next time on July 21st, we go ahead and buy 9 at 158, and I just add that to the $735 again to get this ending balance. And then on the 27th of July, we have to sell 7 again. And so once again, we have to remember that the first ones that came in are the first ones that go out. So we have to finish selling up this 147 one. And so we sell 5 of those, and then we have to sell 2 more at the 158 price. And so then that makes it to where we only have 7 left at this 158 price. And so then that's how you get your ending balance right here. You just do the 7 times the 158 to get your 1106. And so then we just have the one more, which is the last in, first out. And so once again, we just set up the table pretty much the exact same as the first in, first out, with the date, the purchases, cost of goods, and balance. And so the first one's going to look the same. I didn't do as much. I took some of the parentheses out and everything because there's kind of redundant in the beginning. But of course, we have this bought that we did, and we have this sold, and that's all the same because we can't change anything the first 2 dates. So then we have that we buy some on July, and so we go ahead and add that, and that's going to be the same too. And we just add that 1029 to the 690. And then here's where it differs, is on July 14th when we have to sell 7. And so since we're selling more, but we have some left over from the 138 price, and we have some at the 147 price, then we have to remember the last in are the first ones out. And so since we just bought these 7 at the 147 price, we're going to sell those first. And since we're only selling 7, then it's just all of those are gone. So we have the 5 at the 138 price left over. And that gets us to the 690 again. And then we go ahead and buy 9 at the 158 price on July 21st. And so then that's 1422, and I add that to the 690 to get 2112. And then on the last day, on July 27th, we are selling 7 again. And once again, last in, first out, we have to sell them at the 158 price. Or those are the ones we're taking out from. And so then we sell those 7, but then that makes us have 2 left at the 158 price, and then the 5 left at the 138 price. So you multiply the 2 by the 158 and the 5 by the 138 and just add those 2 together. And I just did all this math on my phone calculator, and so that's why you don't see any equations in here. And that got me the $1,006. And so then I just went ahead, as you can see, and you put those numbers in here, and they should all be correct, and then you get to go on to the very last section. And the very last section is really the easiest because obviously if you get to it, then all your answers are correct, and it's just asking you which one has the highest ending inventory value. And so you literally just go up here and see which number is the highest, and that's going to be your answer. So I really hope that this could help you at least a little bit, and I'm sorry that it was so crazy and shaky and however it turns out. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I will help you as much as I can. And good luck on the rest of the questions. Thanks for watching.